So you got, hey, what's going on, everyone? Lunch break stream. These are fun to do for me because it's nice and sunny down here. Afternoon sun beaming through this big window. Just nothing much here at all to speak of, really, other than if you're just interested in me talking about what I'm doing with the modified game room setup. And it's the last time. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get a computador.
Street Fighter 703. Something bugging you? No time for games, Sonny. Give me the emerald you have right now. What? Let's just see you take it. Street Fighter 703. Street Fighter 03. Street Fighter 03. Street Fighter 03. Street Fighter 03.
Alright, I is back. Yeah, so last night I was working on that wall over, and I'll just show you right here. So what was it? It's not. So actually in the short I did yesterday on the Hitachi, I first called it a Mitsubishi. And I also mislabeled it in my video as being a 19-inch monitor. It's much larger than that. It's a 21. And it is the Superscan 8112, right? The CM812U, I believe, is the model number. Story about this guy. I picked this up. Let's see. I'm a rock star, man. I got my tripod on the pole. Or my camera on the tripod with the pole. But anyway. So, yeah, I remember I picked this up for a guy at Craigslist somewhere up in North Georgia for like nothing. You get there. Is the video still up on my channel? It may not be. But that was a day. Yeah, that was a fun video to make. I think I did it was like a smorgasbord of CRT because I picked up this from a guy on Craigslist, and he had a couple others too that it was like 4 monitors I got that weekend, just hunting around for. I do miss the old yard sailing for CRTs and all that. It was a fun activity. Oftentimes you'd get them for free. I think I got 4 for like 20, 30 bucks. I can't remember what it was. And I don't actually, I'm going to go back and watch that video because I don't remember. I'm curious now as to what they were. I know I also put up a pickup in that with the 2 AOC monitors that I got. Those were on, I think that was eBay, but like I said, it was like $20 shipped for 2. It's like, just give it away. Why don't you? They practically did. And there is one of them. And people probably don't know too much about AOC. It was originally an American company. Of course, televisions were invented here. We don't make them any longer. But, you know, interests and needs shift in the economy and everything. So, yeah, now the best ones come from Japan. They have for quite some time. But actually, I believe AOC is operated out of Taipei, Taiwan now. Probably their office is in Taipei 101, which is that beautiful building there. It's quite a tall one if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so you know, the other one I showed in a stream the other day, and I still have it boxed. But this thing's awesome. I've used it with the Xbox 360 and Tate mode. There's the Panasonic, what is it? The SCHC30. When I see this stuff, it always reminds me of older videos, the one I did where I was actually playing with my iPhone Dodonpachi Resurrection in there. Because it does have a little iPhone dock and nice speakers. It's pretty cool experience actually to try it out. But yeah, so this is the also, and I listed it as 19. It's a 21-inch monitor. It's one of the best. The Dell. I don't remember the model number. I could find it for you real easily. But this looks cool with the two 21-inch rather, biggins, big fellas, big old boys sitting up there, and yeah. So the Gateway EV700 and the IBM. I don't remember the number of that, but it is that one is kind of. They're all a lot of these are renowned. They have a great picture. But I think especially these two, due to the size and the dueling RGB HV input. Actually, does the CM have that? It might not, but the Trinitron does have a DB15 VGA port and the RGB HV as well. I don't have it hooked up yet. I could show you. Yeah, see, those are RGB HV cables, if you can see. But then it also has a VGA spot up there. So. Does the Hitachi? I don't think it does, actually. I'm curious. Check it out, man. No, I don't believe it does. Feeling around that, Keon. No, it doesn't. So it's just got one on there. I'm surprised. People talk about that as being a great one, and it has. But I would have expected to. I guess I had forgotten that. Here's the mess down here. So, weekend project for me, it will be to get, my son, he throws socks around. Sock ball fight. There's one back there. That's fun. But, yeah, so that's all that remains up here. MV1FZ consoleized Neo Geo motherboard. That is a region free modded PSO&E, and there's a PS2. The Waka upscaling converter, which always powered both of those, in conjunction with a mini SLG, as it does not provide or produce its own scan lines artificially. That was all hooked up to the IBM, yeah. It's getting hot in here. It's been cold. I got the heat blaring. And then, you know, on the EV700, I just had this thing hooked up. Not only does S-Video, but the S-Video, what is the encoder that was used on that? I can't remember what it is, man. Time flies, but God, people, it's a renowned one. Anyway, it's a great picture that it produces. Neobits, there you go. Makes S-Video look like RGB. So I had that just running S-Video to an XRGB2, which is still down there. And yeah, to the Gateway EV700. And then I had my 4-slot. That came with my Neo 29, the first candy cabinet I picked up 15 years ago now. When you could just get them so easily for like under $1,000. But so yeah, that's been in storage. I still do have those cabs. I don't know what I'm doing with them, fellas. But yeah, so I used, they function. This hooked up via another XRGB2, which is now moved over here because I have this here. That's basically what I was getting to, what we did. So yeah, now this needs to be disassembled and this needs to be all, I've got a lot of storage space for games. I don't know, it's been difficult for me to really get motivated to do things. This is like life gets in the way always. And when your mood isn't quite right, it's harder to do stuff. But, you know, I don't even care, even if I'm feeling good or bad, or whatever the case may be. I don't even know. It's just like I want to get it done, right? It's just something for me to work on. And as I said, I enjoy just having this be a fun little room back in the house to store electronics. Nothing much more to it. Yeah, it's like a retro AV tech nerd's dream. But I wanted to, and I've always kind of, my setups have varied from being tidy and nice to just being storage areas. This one is definitely more the storage area. There's stuff everywhere. It just needs to get, we need to work on this and finish it off is basically what I'm saying. A lot of things. This is all going in soon. But I want to turn this on. This is, so as you can see, when you have them like both side by side like this, they're both 21 inches, everything aligns perfectly, it looks nice. And with the Superguns, I know the Boardmaster Supergun, which uses all like Pana harnesses, they're basically interchangeable with each other, the cables for the Pana guns and the Boardmaster. The thing I liked about the Boardmaster is that it did have the fingerboard insertion point for the JAMA harness over here on the left side, which would have been actually better for me in this particular setup because, damn, doesn't that look beautiful? That's awesome. Superior tech. Yeah, that would have been nice. And actually my Vega Junior has it. It's on the back, that one. So, but I don't have a long harness for that. I asked the guys at Tops, and you know, the arcade folks will know if you've been to Japan or you know anything about what's going on in Naki Arms. I asked the guys at Tops one time to make me a longer harness for, and I wasn't in Japan at the time, but it's like, yeah, God, could you make, because they made longer harnesses for my Raijin and my Pana twin. So I asked them to make a longer harness for my Vega Junior, and they were like, what? They're like, Koriwa nan desu ka? Like, never heard of the Vega Junior. I'm like, what? I was shocked and disappointed. You know, Tops, I am disappointed. But yeah, so my Vega harness isn't great. I could wire one of myself, I guess. But, so we had to make do with what we have and kind of go this way. I don't know if my camera turns off when I angle. I think it does, sorry, this streaming thing. But yeah, so the harness is just going like that. And thankfully, with this extra long one, it does actually go down. And it doesn't get in the way or look bad or anything. So that's cool. Never really had, yes, I call it like the Supergun table, huh? It's pretty super. There's a lot of super going on there. Yeah. Let me turn them on for you for just a second. And I'm not going to be long here, like I said. I I tend to do better work during the day. It's just like it's harder to find the time to do it, but my brain is more engaged. I feel better, and it's not all dark and gloomy. This is like a nice room that allows for some beautiful sunlight, so it is a fantastic time to be down here. Especially in these dark, cold winter months, the black metal months. Let's see. Got all of y'all plugged in, yes. So fire up the Trinity. Fire on the clutch. I had the XRGBs last night when I was running these. I had them stacked on top of each other in the middle, and it looked cool. And it's like, that's functional. But it heated up the two beneath the 2 Plus so bad, it's just I can't really do that. So we're gonna have to see what I mean. So I'm gonna have to work on something with that, but that should be easily accomplished maybe down here. All this stuff I could come up with. You kind of put together what you have. Pretty good makeshift stuff. Fire on the 2. Fire on the 2 Plus plug in. Oh, you kind of stand on it. No, leave that. Whoops. We don't want the D term going. Switch to RGB JP. Not Eurostar RGB, but JP21 RGB. 21 pin. Totally different pinout. What do I have here? Oh, I've got the game I was running through my short. Still in there. And my old 2-player Simpsons ROM board works. Isn't that great? It's just been sitting in my unfinished basement for years here. But like I'm saying, it's so dry in there. It's like the perfect, man, I don't even think I need to go to the lengths that I went to with preserving the monitors with the desiccant packs. Probably even the storage containers, but better safe than sorry, right? Okay, so I can show you something here too. So the XRGB2, there was an XRGB before this. I never ended up picking one up. I should have. I saw them in Japan like really cheaply back then. They were like giving them away for like $10. Now it's a collector's item. Like 500 yen. But now, who knows. But anyway, like I've got a bunch of the 2s and 2 Pluses that I was able to acquire on the cheap, which was nice. And the 2 has 1 scan line depth setting, right? And it looks great. Don't get me wrong or anything like that. No, sorry, it's sunny and dusty. You need one of those Oakley sunglasses cases. But as you get, like, I like the 2 Plus picture. Look, there's no retrace in the VGA CRT, basically between the lines. And sometimes on like bright games, you could get a little bit with the 2. It's nothing. Still looks better than like anything. But I will mention it because video file A. Yo, man, what up? Is it the best beat 'em up of all time? I think it is. It's just a well-designed game, and the theme is amazing. But so I've always felt that's a hallmark of a good beat 'em up. It's like if you're good and kind of skilled at them, good with crowd management. This one's one of the best. I'm just really good at it myself. I feel like even without practice, I can like get on 1 credit up to like board 6. I can't do that with every beat 'em up, but this one is just. It's superior. The fighting system, the combat, the control, and it's just beautiful. It looks like the cartoon came to life. And my favorite shooter on the MVS. Some people love it, some people don't. I don't really care. It's the best on the console. Because I said so. There you go. Z-Blade in North America, South America, and Europe. But in Japan, Operation Ragnarok. I do like the kind of Nordic mythology theme with the bosses named after certain gods and this and that. Viking power. That's it. I mean, that's basically it, though. what we've got going on. What time is it?
What's up, Knuckles? Street Fighter 03. Something bugging you? No time for games, Sonic. Give me the envelope you have.
Thought it would be interesting to put like a non-arcade game, a non-coin op game in the, look at that 360 dusty thing. Jeez, dude. The dust. You remember the first models were really faulty. I got this one. Is this Jasper? I don't remember. But I got this model. I think it should be mentioned in like 2009, I believe. This thing's been a beauty. As I bang it, one of my favorite one of my favorite consoles. Can't see what I'm doing. The 360, just for the cave games. But yeah, it's held up super well, and I don't see this thing. No red ring of death ever gonna happen for this one, basically. But yeah, for Sonic, I don't know, I thought that would be cool to put a non-coin op in there and control it with, basically for the NES, I just use the Capcom Power Stick fighters when I play, and it doesn't matter what the game is. Every game on the Nintendo, generally speaking, it's like an arcade game, even if it wasn't a port directly to the system. It's a game that is an arcade game in theme and style and play mechanics, just made specifically for that Famicom, so it works really well. And I'll bet you that, I don't remember the button layout for Sonic Adventure, but I bet you could play it really well with the joystick. I'll try it sometime and let you know. Hey, we do everything. We go the extra mile. I played Streets of Rage 2 on that Sega Sonic Smash Pack collection for the Dreamcast. It's kind of a shoddy one, but it has the best thing about it is the arcade perfect port of Virtua Cop 2. Otherwise, it's kind of hit or miss. So Streets of Rage 2, we played it on the big Trinitron, the 15 kilohertz 27-inch TV over the summer on a stream with the House of the Dead 2 light gun, because it does have a D-pad. And you're like pulling the trigger to punch. It was actually quite fun and humorous. I'm gonna hop off in a minute. Hold on. I'll be right back. Just going to check an email real quickly.
Street Fighter 03. Street Fighter 03. Street Fighter 03.
My bad. I should give you. At least I'm gonna be out of the room for a minute. Position it looking at this new setup. That's not even tall enough to look at all that. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how that looks. That might be something I explained this on a stream or a video, I think, when I was talking about all of this. Who cares, right? But it is a channel about my game room, so what else am I going to talk about? If it bothers you, GDFO, I don't know. You know, it's like YouTube is silly to begin with, yeah, I like how that really looks. I might keep that going for a while. And that's interesting to gaze down to the end of the wall there and not see the two that are entombed in their mausoleum. And then this fella right here is just resting for now. We could be productive, you know, while I'm doing this. Let's see what time is it. Got about an hour, like I say. I'll unleash you, release you. Look at it from behind the chair. The fellas, the figures, these Dragon Ball.
Street Fighter 03.
Zarbon, Ginyu, Dodoria, Bebop, Rocksteady. Who's that? I don't know. Is that Mario? Oh, there's Sonic. Caddies and dinos. Look at that. That looks awesome. Can I zoom on a stream without obstructing things? Oh, I think actually we did try to zoom on a stream a while, like 6 years ago. I shouldn't do that. I remember it totally screwed up the. I think BR was on a stream with me and I was zooming on something like in the backyard of my deck, and the stream didn't take kindly to it. It just never went back into focus. It's awesome. And this is cool too, look. So this is my old scroll that I got in Asakusa. I was talking about it the other day. I said it's Hokusai, Great Wave of Kanagawa. I can't remember if I said Hiroshige or Hokusai, but Ukiyo-e, famous, like the best, the most well-known one. It was Hokusai who did that. And this Primolage, Leo, holding on to it. That's awesome. You guys, I love that. I put these up in my in the little pub room as well when you enter the White Lion pub. Got my Red Lion. This one. Where's the other one? He greets you as you come in. If this, yeah, okay. So I wanted to come in this room and talk about this the other day, but I couldn't. How cool is this? Look at this. The Japanese theme of the game room. I found this at I like to go antiquing in flea markets, and I found this Ozeki sake barrel, like really cheap. I'm like, what? That should be more than that. Let's get it. My son, it was fun. What is this? This is cool. This is an old style. So old style is kind of it's a beer out of, it's out of Wisconsin. Like a ton of beers are actually. This is like what fuels you Cubs fans, Chicago. But it's got it in multiple languages. So, cool. Salute. And Skull. Definitely one of the Scandinavian languages. Norwegian and Danish are so darn similar. And Swedish is too. Swedish a little bit. You can distinguish it a bit more easily. I think Norwegians and Danes each themselves have trouble distinguishing, is this Danish or Norwegian when they're reading? It's funny. It's cool. Hockey table. Still enjoying this. I gotta recommend this purchase. And like I said, I didn't pay the price of admission. I got a pretty good deal. It's not the NHL licensed one. Washington and George Washington and the Marquis de Lafayette. I don't know, we're looking around. There's a little Masters Airman corner. The moose is loose. Moosehead Lager. We got, what's this, guys? What's this, eh? Oh, who won the first World Cup ever? That's right, the US did in Montreal. I'm just kidding with y'all. I mean, in the Olympics, Canada's got the better team this year, I will have to say. I do imagine they will win it. But hey, there's another World Cup coming up soon. 2 years. We'll see. That's why they play the games. Canada's a favorite on paper. I put my money on them. No reverse psychology, I'm being serious. Determine for yourself. But yeah, guys, that's what's going on in here. Pretty pleased with this. I wanted to show you real quickly. I'm going to hop off. I don't really have time to sit down or play anything right now. But yeah, take care. Have a good one. And yeah, we'll speak soon. Ciao.